Hello friends, I welcome you to my channel Movie Recap in English. So let's start the name of the movie. At the beginning of the story, we are shown a beach party scene. While some people are partying, Mitch gets them all to hang up their phones, so that those people cannot make someone's video and put it on the internet. Then they get a strange curry thing from which they break it. All the people present there have a lot of fun at night. Then the next day we see Kelly, who wakes up. He finds something strange over there. Meanwhile, the rest of the people sleeping in the car also get up there, and here we see Gender gets up and starts kissing Jonah. On this he stops her, and those people are sleeping on the table. Let's try to place which is completely naked, and since waking up vomiting starts. Just then Kelly's eyes fall on a bird sitting on the sand. Sitting with this, the sand takes forgiveness inside itself. Seeing this, Kelly panics and she tells Marcia to step on the sand. But Marcia does not pay attention due to being very upset and puts her feet on the sand. And due to which her feet get stuck in the sand and she tries hard to get them out. Due to this her hands also get stuck in that sand and she starts screaming in fear. Seeing this, all the people present there get shocked and bans him in this condition. Seeing Ronnie runs like him despite his refusal. But due to getting stuck in the sand, he falls and starts screaming. Just then Jonah tries to start the car for her help, but it doesn't start. Then Mitch throws the rope on the side, which they can catch and save. But it was too late because the van is completely eating sand and his face is slowly it was going wrong. In this way a lot of pain was happening, and seeing his whole body was covered with sand. It gets inside and no one present there can understand what is happening there. Till now these people get very scared, after which Maison tries to make them all believe that the vans may have died, but all is well. You will escape from here. After this he asks Jonah to start the car. But even after many efforts here the car does not start. Then Kelly shows her hand in the sand from above. This causes a strange movement in the sand. Then we see Gilbert, who is trapped in the trash can. After waking up, he starts giving voice to everyone so that they can get him out. But he refuses to take it and says that there is something in this sand. If you fall in it you will be killed. But he does not know this and feels that he is joking with her. But Mitch assures him that they will have help within 2 hours. That's why he just has to wait for a while so that he agrees. Then when Kelly asks why he did this, he tells that this will give him hope. Because without any hope stuck in a can becomes impossible. These people were studying like this for a long time. So Kelly asks them that yesterday we had a party in this sand. Everything was fine yesterday, but today the sand has completely changed. At the same time they note that apart from them all the people present in the party have been killed, and they also survived because they are not in contact with the sand. Everyone is very sad to know this. Here Gilbert was getting a lot of pain. This makes him start yelling at people and says take me out like this, but Jonah understand him goes and gives her to apply sunscreen. This will give him some respite from the sun. At the same time, their eyes fall on the creepy thing that they found at night. She was now seen in 2 pieces. Seeing this, they come to know that it was an egg. This confirms to them that some monster has come out of the egg, and that is the reason for the contact with the sand. People are getting killed by coming in. After this, to know the size of the work of that monster, checks by throwing a hot dog. Then during this time they come to know that it is quite big and is spread far. Jonah asks to go there, but Chanda refuses and Ronnie tries to convince her. No one is going to come here for a long time because the rest of the people who are missing also did not come to see them. After this Jonah starts moving forward with the help of the skateboard and his work gets done, but when he reaches the travel somehow, his skateboard starts slipping at the same time. Although he tries hard to recover, some dangerous cries start coming out of the sand, which attack his stomach, but he does not give up and somehow climbs onto the table. But from that his eyes fall on his stomach, which was badly injured. Everyone else gets very scared by giving this, but they get up again to check the luggage in the bag. And he finds a banana in the bag which he tries to eat, but due to this, the same vomiting starts, and then everyone's eyes fall towards his stomach, which it is completely rotting and blisters start to form in it. By giving it, she is also very much scared that Kelly encourages her, and her bag is also present to everyone. Asks to give. One by one, he gives everyone a drink from it, and at the same time the blisters in his stomach grow. And when he gives the Mitch cooling, he starts bleeding due to increased stretch. It seems this causes him a lot of pain. Because of this, he lies down on the same table, and during this he assures her that he loves her very much. Hearing this, it becomes very emotional. Then all of them remember their mobile, which is lying in the trunk of the car. He has to go down to get it out, but he tries to open Diggy somehow. But she fails in it. Then she takes the key and tries to open it with the help of Chanda, but Diggy tries to get stuck in her body. Due to which it does not open completely, due to which Chanda feels that Ronnie will not be able to open Diggy. And Ronnie also says that I need support to open it completely because I can't stand there. After this, Chanda grabs a blanket and asks her to open it with her help, but still she refuses to do so. Does not succeed in work. Now after this, Kelly asks to open it again with the help of the sketcher, and this time Ronnie Diggy manages to open. Then there comes the supervisor of the middle petrol. Ronnie's attention is distracted by the sound of his car and she slips. Due to this his fingers get buried in degrees and starts screaming badly with the pen. Here Kelly, Gelbert and Match stop him from doing the car and try to explain everything. Tries, but he doesn't listen to them at all. He feels that these people have taken drugs, so that despite their refusal, he gets off the car and walks in the sand. Seeing which he is surprised because that sand was not doing him any harm. Then when he reaches to Jonah, it feels very strange to see the different of his stomach. After this tries to get Gilbert out, but he is not able to get out like this. After this they say that my team will come and you will leave. After this, when Ronnie's finger has to be removed from the degree, then there is a lot of anger on the fact that someone is trying to kill her. Why am I not helping? This makes Kelly very angry with him, so that supervisor leaves him and reaches Kelly. Where Kelly tries to tell him that 2 of his friends have already been killed. Now knowing this, he asks about his death body. After this Kelly told him that this sand had completely eaten his death body. Hearing this, he gets very angry and calls Kelly and Mitch downstairs. That Kelly tries to convince him that it is safe for them to come there. But the supervisor does not agree to this and tries to take out the gun. At the same time his key falls in the sand. This convinces Kelly to pick it up. But before he picks up the key, his hands get stuck in the sand. And seeing all this she was very much afraid when she goes. Kelly is present in her hand and asks her to do a snake charmer by giving her paper spray. And when he suppresses her and tries to take her hand back, it separates goes. Seeing this, he starts crying and falls in the sand. Then Kelly would go to him and pick up the paper spray and he gets absorbed in the sand, seeing the supervisor. After this Mitch says that he needs a towel to get out of here because just now he saw that the supervisor was wearing his shoes. Could walk in the sand because of this. Now after this tries to take the towel, but the railing falls because of this. He falls in the sand and many tentacles come out of one. His blood is badly, they start sucking and on sight they eat his body completely. He gets very sad seeing this, but Kelly shows courage and she asks Chanda to lift the railing. After this, she gives him another handrail and from there herself gets into the car. Arriving there, Chanda is hit hard by Panch because she had done Jonah well last night. Succeeds in this. Although it was causing a lot of pain, sometimes it was hurting. After this Kelly ties a towel on her hand. This can reduce his bleeding. Here Gilbert's condition is getting worse. Due to being trapped in the ear, it is also building up, due to which the tentacles present in the sand. He starts getting attracted towards her. Here Kelly with the help of Chanda puts those railings in the sand to reach Jonah, and with the help of that Chanda Jonah reaches near. Then Kelly asks Rona to get out of there. She would say that I am bleeding from my hands. If it falls in the sand, she will attract those tentacles. That's why you go first. After that Kelly also reaches Jonah. After this Roni tries to walk towards Jonah, and after walking a little distance, her hands are bleeding. Starts happening. Seeing this, she falls in the sand due to her balance getting disturbed, and that too in a very bad way. Is killed by then. On seeing Gilbert's can, many Roys come because Gilbert's blood dripped. Had been. Here Change reaches the supervisor's car by wrapping towels and bags in her feet, so that she is quite as happy, but in the meantime, Gilbert's can slipped from the tentacle out of the sand. And when his can stops moving, he gets the monster's hand out of the can. Those who go to drag him inside the can and want to kill him too. by which we also know that slowly he is getting bigger than this. Then he also attacks the monster car, due to which Chanda falls asleep on the car itself and falls. Because of this she faints. This makes Kelly very upset. After this, after a lot of difficulties, Chanda wakes up in the night and with the help of Airvoss, she makes Jonah sit in the car. But when Kelly comes inside the car, at the same time the monster attacks him and the gate of the car is closed. Kelly then climbs on top of the car when she finds a can of gasoline coils. But as soon as she picks it up, the monster snatches the can from her. After this, she lifts the second tank and puts it in the sand around the car and with the help of lighter. There she sets fire, and because of counting Ollie, that monster is also on fire. This makes him walk completely. But when she goes inside the car, the monster tries to open the gate of the car. Kelly locks the door. Then that monster slowly calms down and those people fall asleep. The next morning there is a man who picks them up, and this is when Kelly gets out of the car. She is very scared, but when she keeps her feet, she realizes that the monster is killed, so she both gets out of the car and walks away. She goes. Here we see Jonah, who is dead. Then it is shown that this monster is in the sea and is moving towards the city, and this is where the movie ends. Friend, you like this movie? If you like the video, then tell me by liking the video.